You want it to be faster. And the more you want it to be faster, quicker for you to understand it, the longer it's going to be. Because you're wasting time and energy and effort worrying about how to speed it along instead of just going through the normal, everyday approach to going through it. There's only way to go through it is to go forward. That's it. There's no around shortcut. There's no faster way. There's nobody out there going to be able to condense this so that way you understand it correctly. The only thing they can talk about, they could be an echo. Take a small little sampling of something I've said, and it sounds amazing to the first time listener. They'll, oh, this is awesome. This is great. Well, I understand it. I created it. But it's going to be short in their understanding, and they won't know when the best time to use that specific tool, that approach, that mindset. And they leave it to the audience to come with their own result. And they'll pony show that. And they'll say, look what I'm doing. I'm teaching. I'm making all my students profitable. When the only thing you've done is echoed. And you've done it in an incomplete manner. That's how I'm talking to my students that are quickly trying to go out there and create names for themselves as a teacher. If that's what you want to do, get the experience, learn it properly. You aren't done learning yet. Everything I've taught, I still have things to talk about. None of my charter members are complete. They may have a model. They may have profitability. They may have no real need to come to me anymore. But if you're going to weigh out in the balances, do they know everything that I know or was willing to teach or that I already taught? No, none of them do. Not one of them do that. Because the ones that are profitable, they found what they were looking for while going through the process. And none of them have came back to me and said, what I came to you looking for and had in mind what I was going to learn, I learned it exactly, and it was exactly what I was expecting. They all said, I didn't even see this coming. And now this is what I trade, and I'm completely comfortable. Are you willing to be flexible like that? Because that's what's required. You have to have that flexibility, that ability to adapt. Because again, when you come to someone as a student, or you're not even a student yet, you come here with the expectation you're going to learn how to make money. That's great. Hold on to that. Hold on to that. Because if you don't have that, you'll quit. Because if you're here to just feel good, like it's some kind of club, some kind of a community that just keeps everybody hopped up on goofballs, feeling good. And I try to do that when it's appropriate, when we're expecting a certain market move to happen or a certain level get hit. You know, I'll put some kind of a little bit of a spin on it, whether it be a meme or some kind of backhanded remark, just to create some emotional response, because that way it anchors it to you. You'll remember it because of that. Whereas if I just say it's going to go here, it goes there, and I never talk about it anymore, it just goes, you won't see that as something that is a milestone, which is important to see marked, logged, recorded in a journal, because you will encounter times when it feels like you can't do it. It feels like it won't make sense. You can come to me with this spirit of expectation and have the right mindset, saying, okay, I know nothing, I'm ready to learn. And then what happens is, because I have so many things to teach, I have so many approaches to going into the marketplace and finding setups. That was my weakness. I was afraid to enter the trades because I had no real understanding in 1992 what I was doing. So the entirety of 1993 and 94, I developed entry models because that's what I was fearful of. And I believed that I needed to be in every price swing. Every time something happened in the marketplace, I had to know why it did that. And because I'm obsessively compulsive, I poured all my energy and time into understanding what causes all these types of movements. And that's how I have 81 entry models. Do you need 81 of them? No. I didn't set out to have 81. I didn't set out to have a specific number. It just, this was the outcome. When I had to interview with Corbs, you know, he's like, you authored and created a lot of different approaches and things in the industry that now people are using. How many do you have? And I wish I wouldn't have said the number, because now what happens is everybody assumes that I'm going to teach all 81 of them. I'm not. And if you're thinking I'm going to put them in the books and that's the reason why you're going to buy the books, don't buy the books. Okay. I don't want you thinking that I'm going to tuck all that stuff in 3 books. I'm not. I'll talk about a few ones I haven't even taught my private mentorship group, because I want to leave an impression. I want my fingerprints known, so that way you'll look back through history and you'll see more of that. I haven't just been Inner Circle Trader. That's just the longest running name I've used on the internet. Admittedly, it's the most, recognized. But I want to put it down in November. I don't want to be ICT anymore. I just want to be Michael. And when I leave in November, I want you to feel empowered, not, I feel like I'm disconnected. And I want you to know that everything I've taught thus far is more than enough. What have you done with it? See, when you come to me and you want to learn, and you're in the right mindset, and you start learning new things and new concepts and approaches and things that help fortify your understanding of price action, you get addicted to that. And I do my best to make it sticky, so that way you want to come back, because it's easy to talk yourself out of it in the beginning. It's easy. It's easy to say this is too hard. It's really too hard, too much effort. Why bother? Let me find someone that gives out signals. And to the gentleman that tweeted to me, do I give out signals? I wasn't making fun of you. I was just retweeting your tweet because I knew the community would come along and say, there is no better signal than the one that you're going to find on your own. And I'm teaching how to do that. So when I do that, folks, it's not the tweet of shame. Okay, I'm not trying to throw somebody out there in the fields, that way they're wolf packed and torn to shreds. So if you're mean-spirited, don't do that. That's not what I'm doing it for. It's just to encourage them, so that way they can see that when they're part of this community with the proper mindset, you won't need signals. But I'm aware, as a mentor, I'm a realist. There's going to be people that come to me with all the right intentions, even with the proper mindset. I will fail them as a mentor because of something I can't do. And I'm a human. I can't meet every expectation of every student that comes to me. I understand that. And I wish that I could get that reach to be able to get that person that I can't fully communicate the understanding that they're lacking. But I'm a realist. I know that I'm going to fail some of you. In that regard, I will. But it doesn't cancel the responsibility that you have. You have to make a real conscious effort to do this and stay motivated. And the way you stay motivated is, why are you doing it? Why are you here? Are you here because you've seen no evidence that these things work? Or you've seen evidence that other people have even used the content and they're making real money? Chances are that's probably what's happening. I think I'm seeing the biggest growth because of that very thing. People are making money. They're attributing it to what they learned from me. And I'm so thankful and appreciative of that. It's all they're asked for. Because when they come here and they hear me, they can hear me say these words: I have been blessed. Whether you choose to believe in God or not, I know He exists. And you learned what He gave me. And I'm a firm believer, because I'm cheerfully giving it to you, He continuously blesses me. Not only in this, but He blesses my life in other things as well. You don't have to go to church because you came to me as a student. I'm not saying that at all. But I want the opportunity for Him to receive all the glory, all the praise, all the attention. I don't want that. If I wanted it, I'd stay around. I'm at the height, folks. If you think this is all about beating my chest and bragging, this is not bragging. Listen to what I'm about to say. I'm at the biggest I've ever been. And I'm sure I'll probably have more following come November. And I'm leaving. I'm canceling everything everybody's ever said about me. I'm not what everyone that doesn't like me or wants to tear me down. I'm not like that. I've never been that way. I actively do things, even in my personal time. When I first wake up in the morning, all of you are my first thoughts. Every single one of you, whether you're my private students or my public students, you're my first thought, even before my own children. My passion is in helping other people. My children are in my care. They're in my hands. I'm not worrying about them. But I'm worrying about you, the person that watches a video and thinks you understand everything because you watched the video at 2 times the speed without even taking notes and thinking, I'm going to go out there and do it with my live account. I don't want you to do that. I want you to learn it properly. And I want you to be absolutely bored to death that you know exactly what you're doing. That's how you know you're ready to trade. That's how you know it's good for you to go out there and try to get those funded accounts. It's good for you to then consider trading with real money because you know that you're not all hopped up. You're not excited about making the money. You're just, well, I'm ready. Let me out and do it. I'm not scared. I'm not terribly excited that I'm going to be overconfident. This is the rule-based idea I'm following. It seems to work a lot. It fails sometimes, but I'm able to come back from that. It doesn't knock the legs out from underneath me. It just means that I took a loss. And then I have to keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing and keep the losses minimized. And let money management and trade management and the model I follow dictate the outcome. And don't put time limits on your success. I have to be this by that. No, you don't. Trust me. That date on the calendar, that time will come, and you'll still be here breathing. The things around you will still be the way they are, even if you don't get there because that was a goal you set. Goals have to be flexible. They're time-based, yes, but they're not in stone. They're just coordinates. I'm aiming for this destination. Well, your destination should be excellence. That's it. You should always be aiming for excellence. And you're going to find that you're going to have to calibrate yourself throughout the progress and process of getting to that destination. You're not going to get there overnight. Nobody, believe me, man, if there was somebody on this planet that was going to be able to do it overnight, I swear to God, I believed I was going to be it. Look at the level of accuracy that my skill set and concepts have given to other people and what I'm able to showcase. Before it happens, I explain to you what's going to happen. And I still can't be what I thought I was going to be when I first started. When I first started to really understand what I had in my hands. Because me as a human being, I wrestle with, I was going to reply this, folk. This not, I don't know if it's a guy or girl now that I think about it, but one of the guys follow me on Twitter. They mentioned, like, how do you overcome, when you don't do it right or if you lose money? Like, how do you keep pressing forward? Well, it gets back to what you're doing, why you're doing it. See, I worked a lot of stupid jobs. And while we were driving down to Florida, I asked my wife, I said, when you were younger, how many jobs have you had? And she's like, I don't know. And we sat there and thought about it. And her list was really, really short. I had like 27 jobs. 27 jobs as a young man. I bounced around now some of them were like 1 or 2 days, but I was there, right? I was there. I did the job and I said, the hell with this. I ain't doing this. As soon as I got under the pressure of someone I knew was an idiot that did not know what they're doing, I couldn't be under them. I was like, I can't. This person has no idea what they're doing. They don't know how to manage people. They don't even know their own job. And if you're going to sign on to a job and they're not going to properly train you, what does that mean? You're going to be stressed out. And And chances are they're probably going to get rid of you anyway, because you aren't able to do the job that they can't train you to do properly anyway. So, see ya. Well, in this endeavor, I try to be the best manager. If you were to come to me as a student, I look at you as a college student. I'm the college itself. I'm the college professor. I'm the teacher. Okay, so I'm trying to fill all those seats, wear all those hats, and I'm trying to be as personable as I possibly can. I am giving you more time than any other person out there, whether they charge money or do it for free. Nobody is investing more into you than I am. Nobody is. I'm doing it more than you are. I believe in you more than you do. I know what you're doing incorrectly, and I know how to overcome that. But whether you're willing to listen to that good advice or not remains to be seen. And I have students that don't want to listen, and they stay exactly where they started when they first came here. And some of them get bent out of shape, and they blame their failure on me. And it's not accurate. You're just doing things incorrectly, or not doing the things I'm told you to do, or doing it long enough. It took me 6 years. 6 years, folks. What if I would have said, all right, guys, my name is Michael Huddleston. I know how to trade these markets. I'm going to show you what to do. I'm going to prove it beforehand. I'm going to show you what it's going to do. Bada bing, bada boom. And then I said, at the end of 30 days of calling it every single day correctly, and it did exactly what I was expecting it to do, say, okay, now, who wants to sign up to learn how to do this? And it's going to take you 6 years. Right away. Oh, no, man, I got things to do. Sorry, there's a guy over on YouTube that's doing something in Discord for $30 a month. I'm going to go there.